We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Wentz now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to
Brandon Ayuk. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Brings second down. Here's Jalen Hurts.
At the 41.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. Going deep here for Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down by...
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 11-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Is good.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
On the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That second down play nets a -4.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Now Wentz on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
10 at the 41-yard line.
(10-7) our score after one, right here on EA Sports.
Niners 10, Eagles 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the pass. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Where's my Tim? I'm here all day.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st down, Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw?
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they're already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call, they already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down, Mostert. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's now
so if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Wentz to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Zach.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And 10.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Carson Wentz with two first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Mostert. And he's down right around midfield. midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And a 49er first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
John Hightower on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
49ers 19.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Now Gould for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Niners 26, Eagles 23. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gould to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Niners 33, Eagles 23.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's 2nd and 8.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
You got time right there. Set it. Shoot.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check 533. Check 533. Watch the screen. Switch.
Throwing is Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, watch it. Hey, red 5-2,
From midfield, here's Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Sanders.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
23.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
4-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Mike 5-4.
Now Wentz again. And a little floater there is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Another run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming over that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield, gets in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. The gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
He was brought down by Josh.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Here we go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.